First up is Cody Nesper.
Hey, Coach. Got to start with Mikey. Obviously, a big weekend and a big moment for him. Just what has he been able to do as a true freshman to have so much success?
He really is that guy that's just a worker. He's been a worker since his sophomore year when we recruited him. He was a West Virginia high school player that ended up going to IMG Academy, but it's all been based on trying to get himself to be as good as possible. And that's what he does on a regular basis. He works, he outworks people. He wouldn't have got all these moments if Tevin Tucker wasn't injured originally. And he's just taken it and ran with it and gotten better and is never afraid and is positive. And good things happen to good people and good kids and people that work. And that was certainly an example of that.
Okay, we'll go to Sam Caniglio.
Coach, you guys are already, running with a depleted lineup, and then you got a doubleheader that goes into extra innings. How tough is it to manage a lineup like that?
Yeah, not so much the lineup. The lineup's really easy to manage because there's no decisions to make as a manager. The decision, we had a player ejected late in the game, and so there's one first baseman on the bench, and so he goes into the game. So almost no strategy involved when it comes to player and personnel. The strategy with the pitching staff was very difficult. On Friday, basically anybody that has the ability to bounce back, the guys that have arms that can bounce back and that do well pitching 2 days in a row, they essentially all threw on Friday because we knew that we were going to have to throw them today at some point, and literally every one of those guys threw. And so it was tough trying to manage Coach Ginther, Coach Garcia, Coach Galuski. They all did an awesome job. Coach Mazey's our pitching coach. So we all had a little bit different roles this weekend. I ran the offense, and Coach Garcia called pitches. Coach Ginther helped with the bullpen and who was going to come in and player changes. So those guys killed it, but ended up working out well. We got two of our back end horses in the game late with the ball when it mattered, and that was Waters and Jeffrey, and they did really well. But it was fun. Daniel Alderkirk today, that was kind of the emergence of Daniel Alderkirk. He's a redshirt COVID freshman, so he's a third-year freshman, I believe. He had Tommy John. That's the reason he redshirted originally. But he came out with energy, and we really didn't have anybody that brought that energy on the mound and really shut them down until Alderkirk, and that changed the momentum for us heavily.
Back to Cody. Go ahead.
Coach, I want to ask you about another true freshman, Maguire Holbrook, and just the job he did on really both sides of the ball this weekend.
Yeah, that was super fun. I think everybody on the team really roots for Maguire. They call him Miggs. They have fun with him. He's a big personality kid, and he wants to play. And he got thrown in the fire because we didn't have a choice. This weekend we had Maguire Holbrook and Matt McCormick available, and McCormick was kind of nursing a little bit of an injury, so he caught one game, and Maguire caught 2 games. Before the series, Maguire came up to myself, and he wanted to be back there. He made that very evident. And sometimes when freshmen want the ball, or they want the at-bat, or they want to be in the game, they don't always answer the call because their eyes are sometimes a little bigger than their stomach. And he answered the call. He went and caught wonderfully. He had the homer when it was 5-1, and it kind of looked like the same old story because we had absolutely been demolished the first game, and then it was 5-1. It was like, are we just watching the same movie all over again? And he hit the homer, which made it 5-2. That just showed life in the dugout. It showed that we weren't going to quit. It showed that a freshman could stand in there and do something that the team needed. And that's how guys grow up. So it was really cool for a guy like Maguire to have success because there's not any hey, let me look around, and we need an older guy, a veteran with experience to make a play or make a pitch, because again, we had 7 freshmen in the lineup again today, and the 2 kids that hit homers were both true freshmen. And so there's no time to look around for an older guy with experience to make the big play. They needed to do it, and they did it. So it was certainly a growth opportunity, and something we're all really proud of them for.
We'll go back to Sam.
But you mentioned Matt McCormick a little bit ago. He didn't have his strongest offensive performance today, but he still brought his bat, been a big bat for you guys, especially when you need it the most. What has his workload been like, and what's it like having a guy like him in the dugout?
He's an extremely good player. He's very competitive on the field. He is a gruff kid. He is not a raw guy. He's a little bit more of a throwback classic baseball guy. Doesn't wear batting gloves. There's not a ton of smiling going on with McCormick. He's a really good guy to have on your side. Whenever he's up there, you think you're going to have a fantastic at bat. He's going to give you a chance to win the game when he's swinging the bat. He's an exceptional defender, actually, on the corners. He's a catcher. He's a very versatile ball player. He's been a little bit beat up. We got to get him healthy to probably see the best of Matt McCormick. He's been better in game 1s of series than game 3s of series all year. And that trend kind of continues because we haven't been able to really see him at full health.
Sam.
Oh, my bad, Joe. No, I'll put my hand down.
Okay, we'll go to Cody.
What has been tripping up Jake Carr this season?
It's a good question. I think that's our job to try to figure that out, and Jake's job as well. This was definitely his best outing, although nobody wants to say that. I think he threw 4 innings and gave up 5 runs, but I don't think he gave up any runs until the 4th. So he threw 3 clean innings, which we always preach to the guys over and over and over. You got to get better. You got to find ways to get better. You got to focus on the process, and you got to build off what you did. So he did. He brought much better tempo. He commanded the ball better. He set the tone early for a starter and throwing strikes and putting up zeros for 3 innings. It just unraveled on him again a little bit later. So got to go watch the film, got to understand why he was getting hit. He had a couple free passes, but he got hit. He gave up that big inning again, and we just don't have the luxury currently with the personnel to get him out of a jam. We didn't have the guy that we could throw for an out to try to get the double play ball. He had to basically wear it, because before the doubleheader today, we said if we can get Skylar Gonzalez and Jake Carr to eat 9 total innings, we had a chance. And we didn't get that, and we still won a game. We just didn't have enough pitching. So got to go evaluate it, got to figure it out. He's too good. He's too competitive. He wants the ball too much not to be a major piece of the staff. So I wish I had a better answer for you.
Go ahead, Cody.
And then last one for me, Noah Short. Did he come to you guys with that sidearm delivery, or is that something he's developed since he's been here?
That is something that he's developed. He went to Morehead State out of high school and transferred to West Virginia. And I got calls from multiple people about him being here and wanting to come on walk-on tryouts. And this is my, I think, 10th season in the Big 12. I've never had somebody from walk-on tryouts make the 35-man roster and certainly not be a contributor off of walk-on tryouts. I think baseball is very different in football in that aspect. He came as an over-the-top arm action, and Coach Mazey saw something in him. I take zero credit because he was another walk-on pitcher, right-handed pitcher that I saw that day. And Mays dropped him down and said, this kid's pretty athletic. He was recruited out of high school to go to a Division I school. And the coolest story about that guy is that he's so selfless and he has zero ego. And all he wanted to do was play for the Mountaineers, that he'd throw left-handed, under his legs if we ask him to. And so sometimes when you recruit high-level players and guys that are dealing with the draft and they have agents and all those kind of things, there's ego involved, there's expectation involved. He came in with zero of that. He was so giddy just to say, hey, no, you want to come out again to practice tomorrow? That just made his day. So worked on it and worked on it and worked on it, got better and better and better. And I just talked to the team outside there today. That's just the expectation now, is when he comes in, he gets out, he's fearless. The guys absolutely love him. He is a story that we should celebrate, because special kid and doing special things, and will be a big part of it.